What's up everybody, this is Mike here from FFBE Gaming 101. Welcome back to my channel guys, welcome back to this other video. So what we have in store for today is we're going to be taking on the Crystal Chamber, which is basically a challenging event that dropped by that includes Kain. So it's going to be battle with Kain. So this is going to be kind of tricky because I've seen a lot of people take this on blindly, thinking that they can, just thinking that it's going to be easy, but there are a couple of tricks and that happened during the battle that Kain does. So as you guys see, I already completed the quest, so let me just go through the achievement rewards, the initial completion reward, whatever. So let's get this over with. So we have complete the quest. You got 5% trust Moogle. If you defeat Kain with a limit burst, you get 10,000 pigtails. If you do not use any items, you get 20% dart resistance, and if you go with 5 men or a party of 5 or less, companion included, you are going to get the mental clarity material, which grants you attack and SPR by 20%. So there are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind during this fight against Kain. So let me just walk you through this, guys. Now the first thing that you want to do here, if you want to get the material, of course you are going to be required to have 5 men. So this is what my 5-man team is looking like. So I do highly recommend that you take your highest attacker, your chainer, take a friend, a chainer, take 2. Alright, just make sure that you take 2 if you want to do this right. Take 2 if you want to do it quicker, take 3, whatever you want to do. But if this is my team, I'm running 2 chainers, I got 1 finisher, I got 1 healer, and I have 1 tank. So if you guys check out the S-Burst, there are a couple of things that I kind of mixed them up a little bit. I'm going to explain what I did there shortly, but we're going to jump right into Lotus Mage Fina. If you guys see, she's running 672 SPR. So she does have dual wield, by the way. I could go as far as 800 SPR, but that's not what you want to focus on doing. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to reduce her SPR as much as I could, but still managed to make her usable unit during the battle. So what I did is that I switched a couple of accessories that provided me with a lot of SPR. In that case, what I switched them to was Prodigy's Goggles. The reason why I did that is because her limit burst field gauge is going to be increasing, so this is something pretty good. You want to get the limit burst going, but at times, mostly depending on as much damage that you make with each unit, you are going to get some limit burst crystals, you know what I mean, but you are going to kind of struggle to get them because you're only going to be taking on 2 units and one finisher. If you had just 5 plain attackers or 6 attackers in your team, you can highly, in the first turn you could fill her gauge. But since that is going to be a problem, I decided to switch her Prodigy's Goggles. So it's going both ways. So we want to fill her limit burst, and at the same time we wanted to lower her SPR. And you probably might be wondering, why should we lower her SPR? Let me just explain that in a little bit. But as you guys see, she has dual wield mod maker, which provides HP 30%, and it boosts own burststone fill rate at the beginning of battle or after being revived. Of course, we get Auto Limit and Muck Wisdom, which basically provide fill rates for the LB gauge as well. So like I mentioned, I got Sephiroth here, which is going to be my main attacker. So we have dual wield on this guy, awesome swordsman. This is what my equipment is looking like. I took a friend, Sephiroth, as well, with 1035 attack. Same thing, Excalibur. The reason why I put Excalibur on them is because it makes sense that he already has an attack or a trait, an ability, whatever you want to call it. It's just an ability, which is this one right here, the Heaven Sweep, which damages the enemy and reduces light and darkness resistance. So that is going to come in handy pretty good. But it all depends on what unit you are going to be taking on, who are your attackers. So my finisher here is going to be Nyx, attack 717. This is basically one of the best, I would probably say one of the best finishers that I personally think, is one of the best ones in the game. He's pretty amazing. And my tank is going to be Liquid Metal Slam. Now the reason why I did not equip him with Golem, since you already know that Golem provides you with a provoke, this tank is basically a provoke tank. Liquid Metal Slam is a provoke tank, but his provoking, his provoking starts in the limit burst. Does he have in it provoke? I think he does, honestly, especially if you manage to enhance the metal body trait. You are going to reduce damage by 80%. You're going to boost your attack, defense, magic, SPR by 30%, elemental resistance by 50, and chance of dodging some physical attacks, and you feel your limit burst gauge every single turn. So this is pretty good, guys. I honestly did not think I would end up using liquid metal slime as much as I thought I would, and now I see why. So I did enhance his abilities today when this event came out, because he's gonna be the one that I'm gonna be focusing on. But going back, guys, to the details here, his equipment has 2 Ring of Lucy. He does have a chance of, basically dodging. I believe that his dodging, innate dodging goes up to 30%. No, wait. 30, you get 25. You get 25. Okay, so you get 25. You got 50 here from from each Ring of Lucy. You get 25%. So you have 50. So yeah, he does actually get 30%. So he's right now at 80% dodge. Now you can't really make him 100%, but he can already dodge. So he is gonna be dodging, 80% of the time. So what you want to do here now is you want to make sure that your attacker, not your attacker, sorry, your tank is gonna be the one running with the most SPR. The reason why is because Kain will be attacking every single time that he jumps. He will be attacking your unit with the most SPR. So the ones that I managed to see that would always get attacked would be Lotus Mage Fina and Liquid Metal Slime, but mostly it'll be Liquid Metal Slime. That is why I raised his SPR with Carbuncle. You guys see that he has 1330 defense and 719 SPR. Compared to Lotus Mage Fina, she's running 672 SPR. So she's still really usable. So we're gonna jump right into this. So as you guys see, the first turn, Kain is going to be, jumping. Of course, he's a jumper, so there's not really much I can do here. So what I want to do, since we already have 1330 defense with this guy, let me just use protect guy. So now he has 1730, and it's gonna come in handy because since he has 80% chance of evading physical attacks, and yeah, physical attacks, what happens is that he will still be dealing a lot of huge chunk of your HP. So you want to get that defense there. So this, in my opinion, Liquid Metal Slime is the best tank that you can run for this event. Now you could run another tank if you want. You can make him 100% evade or whatever you guys want. Just make sure that he has your tank has the highest SPR from all the team. Okay, you don't want to equip your you don't want to bring along your healer, your Ayaka, your Tillet, your Fina, whatever, or Riku with a huge amount of SPR, because she's going to be getting killed every single time. So the reason why I decided to bring along Lotus Mage Fina was because we want to get those re-rates going on. We want to be raising the party, because there is a chance that he is going to be killing maybe Sephiroth, maybe Nyx, you never know. So what we're going to do here, I forgot, since we don't have Golem equipped to this guy, let's just put him in defense mode. We're going to use dual cast. We raise automatically to Liquid Metal Slime and Lotus Mage Fina, which are going to be really important units throughout the whole battle, especially Liquid Metal Slime. Okay, so as you guys see what I'm talking about, this is why you want to do this. Even though the Liquid Metal Slime has 80% chance of evading physical attacks, he still got hit. But as you guys see, he has 633 HP and we have 426 HP remaining, which is pretty interesting, guys. So luckily we use defense buff with Nyx. If you want to take a buffer, then go ahead, take a buffer. I'm sure that your tank will survive. Just make sure that you keep those buffs coming up. Now, I don't believe that you can reduce this guy's attack, magic, SPR, or defense. So you could do the spell. You could dispel this guy whenever he buffs himself up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attack with both Sephiroths. We're going to use this Heaven Swept, since I do have a light weapon, which is the Excalibur. So it makes sense that you have a light weapon reducing light resistance, or you have a dark, whatever. You guys get the point. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using Kingslave, which is basically a really good ability as a finisher. So let's check out and see how this thing works out. Hopefully I don't screw this up. Most likely I will, but if we do this right, yeah, 60%. If I nailed it right in the head, guys, his HP would be around less than 50%. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna use Lotus Mage Fina. Now we're gonna use Korra. Okay. So this is the part that gets pretty annoying. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to use our Manatopia, restore MP for all allies, since we already have that re-raise going on. Alright. So next thing is that we are going to use, now let me just use Karaga, since our Sephiroth has received some damage. So we have 50 there. Most likely next turn he probably will be attacking my Lotus Mage Fina, probably Sephiroth. So we don't know yet. So let's use Lego Metal Slime to, no, you know what? Yeah, let's just put him on defense mode. After that, what we're gonna want to do here is let's check out backward defense again. Let's see how much he's still with 1,730. So what we're gonna use is when we're going to boost SPR for our allies. Now you could do this. The reason why you could, you are going to be focused on SPRs because he's going to be attacking with AoE, ice damage, fire damage, whatever. So you want to boost that SPR. You can also boost your elemental resistances if you want to. But right now at the moment, since he jumped, we are going to focus on defense. Make sure that your tank has, his HP all the way up, maxed. So we're going to put our Sephiroth in defense mode, so he might be attacking somebody else. But no, he did attack our Liquid Metal Slime, which is pretty cool. Alright, so guys, so the next step that we're going to do here, we're going to use our Metal Protector, which is going to basically give him some, buffs when it comes to resistances. He's going to get Poison, Blind, Sleep, Silence, Paralysis, Confusion, Disease, and Stun Resistance. And this is the provoke that's going to be happening. So it increases the chance of being targeted. You want to use Metal Protector. So you're set. And like I mentioned, guys, he is going to buff himself up. So he has his attack and the magic buffed up. You could dispel him if you want to. If you notice, he did not buff any defense. So it is still pretty interesting. So you have a choice if you want to nuke him in this turn, or if you want to do it into 2 other separate turns. So I would probably say that the highest amount of turns that you could wait till you kill him will be 6, but it's still going to be less than 10. So it's pretty interesting. You won't be taking out this guy for a really long time. So I could kill him here, but at the same time, if you guys see my Liquid Metal Slime, we already used provoked on Liquid Metal Slime. If he jumps again, most likely he will kill us. He will kill my Liquid Metal Slime. Even though he has re-raised, he will be re-raised again, and then he will be killed again at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's the trick right there. So we're gonna go up against we're gonna use the Heaven's Wept Kingslave once again. So hopefully we manage to reduce his attack to, his HP. Alright, so he should be dead by the next time that we attack. So what we want to do here now. Oh, and by the way, let me just show you guys a couple of things about him. So we're going to use Karaha, and I could use Libra, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Spill guy. We want to take that buff from him, okay? The only way that you have to do this is if you guys know that you're going to take a longer time to defeat him. If you guys know now that he did jump, his HP went all the way back again. So what we want to do now here, we're going to use dual cast again. We're going to use Karaga. You know what, give me a second, let me just make sure everybody has re-raised. If not, yep, nobody has re-raised. So good thing that we checked. So what we're going to do, we're still going to use dual cast Karaha, my bad. We're gonna re-raise our liquid metal slime. He might not survive this, guys, but it's still better than nothing. Defense is 1130. We're gonna use protect. Alright, so let's see if he gets above. Let me just check. Yep, he does. He's back to 1730. Alright, so after this, what you want to do is put your units on defense mode. There's nothing really much that you can do in this turn. I don't have a golem to be provoking, so I'm gonna put my liquid metal slime on defense mode again. But he still has you know, that provoke going on. So what we're gonna do now, we're going to use Kingslave again. Hopefully this time he will die on the next turn. If he doesn't, screw it. But since we want to get rid of him already, what we're gonna do now is we're going to use Divine Veil. So we're gonna raise our attack, and then we're going to attack and try to finish this guy off. Alright, so that went well. So he should be done, guys. He should be done by this turn. Alright, so chain was perfect. If you guys see, we still have our liquid metal slime standing here. We managed to beat the stage. The most important thing that you want to focus on, guys, and like I told you guys a couple of seconds, a minute, I'll probably say a minute ago, I told you that the highest number of turns that you can manage doing what I'm doing, you will last 6 turns, and exactly 6 turns went on. So we already cleared the stage, guys. So if you want to get the rewards, I ran a 5-man trial. Or if you're having a hard time doing this, I would probably suggest you to take 6 units and then go back to get the 5-man once you get the other rewards, because you want to get the limit burst. You don't want to use items. So the only reward that you're gonna have to be worrying about is the 5-man, which is gonna be kind of tricky. But like I mentioned, this is what my team is looking like. My friend was another Sephiroth. So for chaining purposes, you could bring along somebody like, if you manage to pull the new CG Nicole, he's going to be really useful. If you don't have him, you can use your Ramsa, you can use Lunera, you can use Soleil. Just make sure that you need to focus on one unit, which is going to be most likely your tank, that is going to be running the highest amount of SPR. After that, guys, you are going to be set. It doesn't matter if you make them. I think it'll be a lot more better if you could make them into a 100% evade units with high SPR. And sorry about that, guys. But the reason why I decided to bring liquid metal slime as my unit, I do have Wilhelm, I do have Warrior of Light, but the reason why I decided to bring liquid metal slime was because he has 30% chance of dodging physical attacks once you enhance his abilities, his traits. So if you guys have them, run them. If you don't have them, then consider taking somebody that has in it evasion, but make sure that that unit has a high amount of SPR than the other unit, so he can get attacked all the time. That evasion is going to come in handy. So that will be the biggest tip of them all, guys. Other than that, you can bring along 2 chainers. You can bring somebody to re-raise your units, to cast raise, to heal, and then you could bring a finisher and you're done. So after that, guys, we ended up bringing 2 chainers, my bad, 1 finisher, 1 healer, and then our liquid metal slime, which is a tank. So this is what we managed to do in less than 10 turns, 6 turns to be exact, guys. So this is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or just in case if you guys need more help, if you are having more trouble, consider leaving me a comment, and I will, guys. If you have no other solution, I could put my liquid metal slime up and I could help you guys out. If you want to add me in the game, whatever, just let me know, guys. Alright, so thank you so much, guys, and I hope that you guys have an amazing time, an amazing day, and good luck to all of you guys. Peace out, guys.